pull up a GMDC on the screens, because any move, a positive move when it comes to rare earth, a GMDC is always a beneficiary, and that stock is at the day's highest levels, seeing gains of nearly 7.5%. So there is some bit of a reaction coming in there. Let's pull up a PB Fintech as well, because that could be one of the beneficiaries when it comes to 100% FDI in insurance as a distributor. It's stayed in the positive, but no major moves, 1.5% uptick in terms of PB Fintech. In fact, let me get in Nilesh Jain from Centrum Broking and Dharmesh Kant, from Chola Securities, to talk to us about these as well. Nilesh, let me come to you first. On both of these names, that is PB Fintech and a GMDC, strong moves coming in there in today's session, and it's backed by some bit of a potential news flow as well. What are charts indicating, and what would you advise investors to do?
Very good afternoon to you. Absolutely. So today we are witnessing a strong momentum in GMDC on the back of rare earth news. If you look at this particular counter, we have seen a constant decline in the past 7-8 consecutive sessions. Yesterday was the first day of reversal, and the stock has taken a very strong support somewhere around 460, 465. Today we are witnessing a follow-up move. With that, the stock has reclaimed its 100-day moving average as well, and good price and volume breakout can be seen today. So looking at the overall setup, we can expect a follow-up move to continue on the upside towards 550 to 560. And support has now shifted to 500. That will be the strong support and should be the stop loss for the long position as well. Now coming to Policy Bazaar, this particular counter, in fact, if you see last couple of days of consolidation has been seen. Today being a first day of reversal candle, we may see a follow-up on this particular counter as well towards the levels of 1820, 1840 on the upside. So the structure is looking slightly sideways, but yes, pullback can be played, keeping a stop loss below 1760. And upside can be seen somewhere around 1820 to 1840.
Nilesh, quick view on the benchmark. Does it hit an all-time high and hold it this week? And what are your individual picks? And good afternoon to both you and Dharmesh.
Very good afternoon to you, Alex. Absolutely. So very strong chart setup in Nifty and Bank Nifty, specifically in the Bank Nifty, which has hit a new record high. So we are bullish on Bank Nifty for upside target of 60,000 plus. From a very short-term perspective, and similarly in the Nifty index, we are expecting a new record high as well. Maybe in a day or two, we may see Nifty moving towards 26,300 kind of levels on the upside. Now, talking about the specific stock, United Spirit, this particular counter is looking strong. We have seen a good consolidation breakout of past 2-3 weeks now, and we have also seen a good short covering move. So United Spirit looks positive for 1480 to 1500 levels on the upside. One can keep a stop loss below 1430, and United Spirit is a buy. Another space that is looking strong is Nifty Auto. So within auto space, specifically two-wheeler space, TVS Motor, this particular counter is looking strong on the chart, and we have also seen a good build-up on the long side as well. So we can expect a follow-up move on the upside to continue towards 3600 to 3650, and one can keep a stop loss below 3480.
All right. And by the way, the Nifty Bank at all-time highs, even as we speak, at 59,523 or 27, actually 30. There you go. Is at the all-time high, and you're watching out for 60,000 levels on the Nifty Bank as well. It's records all around. But let's talk about Natco Pharma, and then we'll go to Dharmesh on a few stocks. It remains in focus after the stock is at the high point of the day now, double-digit gains. Let's talk about the bull versus bear case, about what's happening in Natco Pharma. Varsha, take it away.
Thank you so much for that. Natco is one such company which pegs on margin rather than volume, and also plays on the exclusivity game. Let's see what is bull and bear case when it comes to Natco Pharma. Starting with Adcock Ingram, which is the recent acquisition of the company, and crop health segment are actually doing well for the company. But Revlimid, which is a cancer product, and CTPR, which is into agrochemical product, these two products I would say dominate the most, and the portfolio lacks visibility. Well, moving on. If I were to talk about the full year PAT guidance of rupees 1,275 to 1,300 crore is still positive for the company, but H2 margin may see impact. This is on the back of rising Revlimid competition. Well, talking about the R&D spend for the company is expected to cool down, which will actually aid profitability for the company. But US launch pipeline stays dull till FY27 and 28. So here you will see pressure overall in US business for FY26 altogether. But this may also be a bull case considering the long-term growth that the company will see because of the US launch pipeline, which is, strong when it comes to 27-28 is the next bull case for Natco Pharma. Talking about the complex launches, if I were to talk about the complex launches from FY27 and FY28 can revive US, but India's semaglutide faces heavy competition. So every pharma company is actually betting on, their GLP-1 product, anti-obesity, anti-diabetes, but this semaglutide will face heavy competition in India, which is the bear case for the company. Well, talking about the crop healthcare business is actually seeing gains versus the lower launches by competitors. So this is expected to do good when it comes to the company, but rising R&D and expansion cost may impact margins going forward. So overall, it's a good company considering how they don't concentrate on volumes but on margins, and exclusivity game is the main growth driver for this company, and hence the bull case is actually strong when it comes to Natco Pharma.
So Natco Pharma in focus, and thanks so much for talking about what might work and what might not going forward for this company. But Dharmesh, I want to come to you. We're seeing quite a bit of enthusiasm, quite a bit of optimism on the street, if you can call it that today. But I want to push you to talk about maybe 2 or 3 stocks that you absolutely would go out and buy today based on valuations and prospects in this kind of a market.
Thanks for having me for the show. I mean, see, the enthusiasm has been there, and it is rightly been there because if you go by Q2 numbers, that was not that bad, the type of selling which we have seen. And this was the first time where I have seen, in spite of having good numbers, all the headline tailwinds into place, be it a tax cut or low inflation and no headline bad news in the market, still there was a selling and mid and small cap stocks. So 2-3 stocks which I would like to pick up in this market for next 3 to 6 months. One is Orient Pro Solutions Limited. It's an IT company, particularly into banking software. 52% of the revenue comes from cash management and working capital management for the corporates in the banks. They have already won orders from SBI and Union Bank, and multiple orders should be onto the floor. It's a 30% compounding kind of a profitability, which we see going forward because data center business is picking up, which contributes 19% of the revenue, as well as the mobility business, that is the metro ticketing and OP transit system. So that looks pretty well to us. Welspun Corporation, again into a LI pipe and DI pipe kind of a business, having significance in the US, and there is no tariff related problem out there. It's already full for next 2 years of capacity. 18 to 20% CAGR is expected on the profitability out there, and it's cushioned with the input prices. So anyways, steel prices are low at this given point of time, but going forward also it's cushioned to that extent. And the data center is a lot of data center capacities are coming in the Texas region of US, where nearby they have the facility for this LI pipe. So again, it offers well for the company. I think valuation wise is comfortably placed
markets,
around 12
yes.
times.
Yes, Dharmesh, the markets are also celebrating. You see, it's a wonderful Wednesday, and the 26,200 levels, it is sustaining over that. This is the first day of the December series and a very strong up move coming in. Strong longs are being developed, and I can't even see major shorts developing, and that's pretty interesting because we have been tracking the entire FNO space. Of course, there was some resistance at 26,200 levels, but that is also showing a strong up move. FI buying was seen in the cash market, and today we're expecting that this would continue ahead, and also there might be a change in the FI short positioning as well. Up next, important thing is the signs of risk on sentiment is taking place. Of course, the Bitcoin, there was a recovery globally also, and the small caps and the mid caps, they also started participating in the rally, and overall the global cues are positive. Be the peaceful kind of negotiations development which are happening, and also Fed's rate cut bets are also there. So net no major global issues, and last but not the least, the US-India trade deal completion. This might be nearing there. Of course, we do not have exact details about it, but buzz in the street is of course there that we are near the completion. So a lot of positive triggers are there which are aiding the rally, and a fresh leg of up move we are seeing. Is this a December Santa rally starting? Only time will say, but the chart setup positionally looks very strong for both Nifty and Nifty Bank in the day's trade. But Of course, Nilesh, you need to ask you on this, the closing, that is very important. The 26,200 mark, now it looks like the closing can come above that, and let's leave out the Nifty PCR. What are your views now? Fresh leg of rally from now?
Absolutely. So if in case it closes about 26,200, where the chances are very high that it will close about 26,200, then definitely we are likely to witness another round of up move on the back of short covering, because a lot of call writers were active at 26,200, and call writers will definitely run for the cover. And tomorrow could be the day where we may see a follow-up on the upside towards a new record high, quite possible, because that's the next level that we are eyeing for. So positionally, we expect Nifty to move towards 26,400, 26,500 in the November series. But yes, on immediate basis, in a day or two, we may see Nifty inching towards is a new record high as well. The base has already shifted higher at 26,000. That's the strike on the derivative front. We have seen huge amount of put writing at 26,000. So the new range for the Nifty looks like 26,000 to 26,300 on immediate basis.
So, let me come to you, Nilesh, on this then. You're talking about 4 to 5 Nifty 50 stocks that have actually hit a 52-week high in today's session. You have the likes of Reliance Industries, SBI, both of these counters heavyweights at a 52-week high, Axis Bank, Hero Moto and a Shriram Finance. If you have to see the next leg of the rally in terms of Nifty 50 hitting record high levels, I'm sure maybe not in closing today, but first up tomorrow, from where do you see that participation coming in?
Well, definitely that would be Reliance, because if you pull up last 1 year chart, you can clearly see a lot of consolidation has been underwent in this particular counter, and now we have seen a fresh breakout coming in from a falling trend line of last 1 year, and looks like it is heading towards 1600 to 1620 on the upside on immediate basis, and that's why we are very much bullish on Nifty as well. So the next leg of rally would be led by Reliance, and the upside target would be 1600 to 1620 on immediate basis. The support has shifted to 1540. That will be the strong support for this particular counter. Now, talking about Bank Nifty, we are also expecting Bank Nifty to move towards 60,000 kind of milestone. And the reason being, we are witnessing a strong momentum in the stock like Axis Bank, particularly this counter, we are very much bullish. And on the upside, 1310 to 1320 kind of levels we are expecting on immediate basis. So the support has shifted to 1270. That will be the immediate stop loss for this particular counter, and Axis Bank is likely to move towards 1320 kind of levels on the upside.
Okay. One of the stocks that is not doing well, and is not many stocks like that. So pull up Chennai Petro, because it's trading at perhaps a low point of the day, double-digit losses at this point. Down about 12.4%. What you're seeing on the chart is actually a 1 month chart. Intraday, it's at the low point of the day, and in fact the drop started from the 18th of November, and in 6 sessions it has now dropped about 18%. The question very quickly to you, Dharmesh, is this simply profit taking, or is there more that is at play for Chennai Petro?
Alex, to my mind, it's more of a profit taking. That is how refiners play out. It's more of a commodity play rather than a structural industry kind of a play. So I think I will give it to profit taking.
And so therefore, assuming it is profit taking, Nilesh, if you've held and if you've still seen gains of, at this point, what about 35 odd % over a 3-month period, even accounting for this 18% drop, would you take money off the table for Chennai Petro and MRPL? Let me throw that in as well. It's dropping 3% odd today.
Well, absolutely. It is better to take out profit if somebody is already making the profit, because the counter has given a breakdown today. Although it's kind of profit taking, but today's volume, if you see, it is higher than the average. The MACD has given a sell crossover. In this kind of structure, there are possibility that we may see a follow-up on the lower side to continue going forward. So it is advisable to keep booking profit at the higher level. If at all you get any pullback, exit from the long position. If bought it purely from a trading perspective, and if somebody wants to stay put, then keep a stick stop loss at 875 right now. Now, other stock, that's MRPL. This is quite better place, I would say, because it is still trading well over its multi-month breakout zone of 155. So 155 should be the stick stop loss for the long position. I think there good possibility of some bit of rebound going forward. So this counter looks better placed as of now.
Okay. In this kind of a roaring rally, Nilesh, your BTST, STBT calls, it's going to be interesting for investors.
Right, Hiral. So we have already discussed about Reliance Industries. So I believe there could be another leg on the upside in the coming session towards 1590 to 1610. These are the target on the upside, keeping a stop loss below 1550. Reliance is a buy. Another stock, that's MFSL, Max Financial Services. So this particular counter has also given a good breakout today. It's a momentum play on the upside. We can expect a follow-up move towards 1780 to 1800, and one can keep a stop loss below 1710.
Okay, so that's Max Financial, which is the BTST, STBT call. Dharmesh, in this rally, even I would want to take a fundamental call from you. If someone has to look at the markets and take this as a buying opportunity to bet on the upside from here on, what would that top call be?
From the large cap space, we would continue with Reliance Industries, Axis Bank, Bank of Baroda, and from our mid cap space, from our public sector, Bank of India looks pretty good. So basically, it's a mix of financials and large caps, and maybe a last one from the infra space. So these are the counters. Even if you are going forward for next 2 months, I think one should it should do well. One which has not participated well, but I think going into the budget session that should do well is the railway infra stocks, and there I think Irfan International makes a good chance. There has been an order book increase, and I think execution will follow up in the H2 of FY26. So 210, 240 likely target till the budget is rolled out for Irfan.
Okay. Metal counters, particularly over the last few months, off and on, you've seen the top gainers and you've seen sharp moves up. But the top gainer on the benchmark today, JSW Steel, I wonder if Nilesh would say that it's a good buy even at these levels, or would you avoid the metal space for a little while till you get some clarity on global trade, etc.?
Well, Alex, if I have to pick any one or two stock within metal space, that would be Hindalco, because this particular counter look better placed compared to JSW Steel. We have already seen a spurt of over 4% in JSW Steel, so the risk and reward is not looking favorable as of now. So that's an avoid as of now. But if somebody is already holding the long position in any of the metal space, I believe metals are likely to do well from a short-term perspective, and we are bullish on metal space as a whole. Hindalco remains our preferred bet for upside target of 820 to 840, and stop loss can be placed somewhere around 785. Another stocks like Steel Authority, Hindustan Copper continues to remain our preferred bet.
Thank you very much, Nilesh and Dharmesh, for giving your views both fundamentally and technically. And today has been an explosive day. First day of December.